The Converse Chuck Taylor has been around for over 100 years, since 1917 to be exact. They were named after a Converse shoe salesman and basketball player and coach, and this sneaker has been a staple, really, in closets since bands like the Ramones, Nirvana, and Green Day took them from the basketball court to the music stage. In fact, music has since been such a big part of the Converse ethos that they even opened up a free recording studio for musicians back in 2011. Are these really the greatest sneakers of all time, or is this just a case of cultural nostalgia? Let's get into it. Welcome to Stray Reviews. I'm Lee, and today I'm reviewing the iconic Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star high top sneakers. Now, I know you might be thinking, Lee, there is 1,000 Chuck Taylor reviews out there. Well, now there's 1,001. Also, I noticed something a little bit different about my latest pair, and I wanted to share that with you. The inside of my newest pair of All-Stars has a thinner textile lining, like my old ones, but this has kind of a strange, squishy, slightly padded quality to it, making them just a tick more comfortable. I tried, but I could not find any information about this. And so if you know what this is all about, can you please let me know? Also, I could just be losing my mind. The outside of the All-Stars are the usual canvas upper for that classic Chuck Taylor look and feel. And these uppers really have hardly changed at all since 1917. The footbed on these is this ortho-like cushioning, and it does help provide some much appreciated comfort. It is super thick. I mean, check that out. And it's not intended to be removable, but it can come out pretty easily anyway. One of the most recognizable things about these is the iconic Chuck Taylor ankle patch and the All-Star branding that's on the heel. Check that out. They also have eyelets near the sole for airflow, and they do help keep your feet cooler and drier as well. The outsole has that classic diamond pattern, and they're pretty grippy for the basketball court or gym or wherever you're going with these. The sole also features a mixed groove and checkered pattern that is covered with a light layer of felt. Now the felt covering on the sole, let's see, there we go, is originally patented by Converse to help classify the shoes as slippers rather than sneakers for lower customs tariffs when importing from overseas. So sneaky. However, the felt layer does wear off pretty quickly with wear. Like I mentioned, the inside layer of textile on the new Chucks, or my new Chucks, have kind of a padded quality to them. The Chuck Taylor sells for $65 and is made in Vietnam. Also, they do go on sale pretty often, and I've picked them up for around $35 before. I'm going to get into the good, the bad, and the bottom line. But first, I want to thank me for sponsoring this video. I happen to be a fantasy author, and if you're into fantasy novels, I like to write them. So I've got you covered. You can check them out in the Amazon link below. All right, let's start with the good of the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars. First of all, and I think most of all, these have a massive wearability factor to them. And it doesn't seem to matter who you are, what your age is, hopefully, or what you pair them with, they just go. They're super simple, they have a profile that doesn't like jump out at people, and there's just something magical. Yes, I said magical. That seems to make these okay to wear with anything. I even had a friend that wore them to get married in, and in fact he even had the whole wedding party wearing them, and it worked. In addition to the incredible wearability and versatility, they are light and comfortable. I have no problem spending all day in these, even days when I'm on my feet most of the day. And they may not make like the best athletic shoes, but they still feel all right. They're also my preferred shoe when I'm riding my electric unicycle. Yes, I do ride one of those. And they do give me like a good feel and connection between my feet and the vehicle. And they do provide some measure of ankle support when I'm riding it as well. Also, if black is not your sneaker color of choice, you can currently get these in 19 other colors, or you can even go onto the Converse website and just design your own. They're still pretty affordable after all these years at $65, so you're not really like out much, even if you have to replace them every year. Though mine usually last longer than a year, and in fact, I've had these for several years. And it really does give them a super low cost per wear. In fact, they have the lowest cost per wear of any of my shoes. Hey, tap that like button if you're into the aesthetic of the classic Chuck. All right, let's talk about the bad of the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars. Well, first of all, these are kind of known to come apart right around the toe break after some wear, and I've seen a lot of Chucks. In fact, these ones are kind of sort of beginning to do that. And I've seen others where it's just really come completely apart from this here. But that being said, they're not really built for like the long haul, like a heritage boot or shoe. They're only $65 after all. And they don't really owe you, in my opinion, they don't really owe you like a lifetime of wear. Also, these sneakers have a pretty narrow fit, but they're also pretty long, which is a complaint that I seldom make about shoes. I have to take a half size down on these and just kind of like endure that narrow fit for a while until they stretch out a bit. These are also pretty flat shoes, which I've seen works well for weightlifters in the gym, but there's not much support in them for like any sort of hard physical activity that involves more moving around than lifting weights. It's actually kind of hard to believe these days that professional basketball players wore them. In fact, Rocky even ran in them in the first Rocky movie back in 1976. You tell me, what kind of activity do you do when you're wearing Chucks? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, I'm gonna give you my bottom line opinion, but if you're getting some value out of this today, then I wanna invite you to subscribe to the channel so that you'll catch my upcoming reviews. Okay, the bottom line is that the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star is a timeless classic that really anyone can wear with almost anything. On top of that, they don't cost much. Now, they may not be for those who need like a little more support, but I've heard a lot of people claim that they are the most comfortable shoes that they've ever owned. If you want to see a review of one of my all-time favorite leather sneakers, then check out this one here. Thank me for hooking me up with these. My opinions are my own. And I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you over in the next video.